Devere.
Tara VanDerveer.
She's amazing.
Tara VanDerveer is a piece of history in the women's basketball game.
Tara is a remarkably successful women's basketball coach. 5 Coach of the Year.
Olympic gold medal, national championships, Hall of Fame.
She's humble. She has a good sense of humor. She's a person of integrity.
She's reached the pinnacle of the basketball universe.
Tara VanDerveer made history last night as she became the winningest coach in college basketball history.
Tara, what do you want to talk about?
Whatever, I'm here for you.
So,
water skiing. You know, you didn't play basketball or you didn't do a sport for any reason except that you loved to play.
Our motivation was truly intrinsic. We didn't have the athletic scholarships. We didn't have the media attention.
You know, you could see what the men had. They had scholarships, they traveled by plane. You knew what they had, and you're like, oh, it could be better for women. When I saw Indiana, I really loved the camaraderie that they had, the chemistry that I saw on the court. I just said, this is the team I want to play on. Going to Indiana, I wouldn't trade it for anything, even though we didn't have all the things that are happening now. It was real, it was very authentic, and I love that about being at IU.
Here's Tara right here. She's number 41. Tara was a sophomore, and we were at the national tournament. Here's our fan support right here. It's parents and friends and whatnot after a game. Look at that, you know, look at the pants and that belt. Even in college, Tara worked hard. Her practice jerseys would be soaking wet. She worked hard on defense. Even back then, you could tell, oh, she really loved offense. Well, she's a guard. She was a shooter. You know, she handled the ball.
Indiana was really pivotal kind of in my development. I took a coaching class from Coach Knight. He said, if you take this class, you can come watch practice. I don't think he thought I was going to come every day, but I did. But she has taken a lot of the things that she's learned there and applied those for the rest of her career.
She is truly a student of the game.
When she commits to something, she's all in on it.
Back then, we were grateful to have a team on which to play. It was fun, but we'd watch the men's basketball team. We were envious.
We would just sit around, just dreaming about what it could be like someday in women's basketball. Someday there's going to be scholarships. Someday we're going to fly to games. Games will be on television. There'll be a pro team, and they're like, Tara, no, that's never going to happen. You know, I'm like, no, it's going to happen.
In 1972, the same year that Tara arrived on campus, Title IX passed. The IU women's sports status changed.
My parents were originally not really excited about basketball because they didn't really see that basketball had a future. You know, come in and do your algebra homework. Basketball will never take you anywhere.
With Title IX, you were seeing more women's teams at the college level.
Jobs started happening. And I went to Ohio State as a graduate assistant, and then I got a head job at Idaho, and I came back to Ohio State as the head coach, and then, went to Stanford. All those things built up to winning a national championship, winning a gold medal. I got a great letter from Coach Knight after the Olympics, and he was very complimentary about how well the team played, and it was a great, great game and a great win. So it was really nice to kind of come full circle and get that letter. My timing was horrible for playing, but it was very good for coaching.
Interest in women's sports has never been higher than it's been this past week during the NCAA Women's Basketball Tournament.
There were great players in every era of women's basketball, but people never knew about them. And so now it's exciting to have women's basketball on television. Young girls can say, that can be me someday. You know, we didn't have that, that can be me, we were them. To win an award from your university is extremely meaningful.
Indiana really is special, and this is a special award for her because Indiana is such a special place in her heart.
Indiana's been a really big part of my experience, and I'm really thankful for all the people at Indiana.
What she accomplished is absolutely phenomenal. Congratulations on a stellar career. I'm delighted for you, Tara, truly delighted.
I know you've won a lot of awards, and I know this is a really special one. I'm really proud of you, and I know you're humbled. I love you. I can't say that enough. Appreciate you.
I'm definitely proud to be a pioneer and proud that we were, represented Indiana in such a good way.